Test your knowledge. Join Traders Academy today.
IBKR Mobile Quote Details screen displays in-depth data and a customizable chart for a selected instrument. You can get to a quote details page from the watch list, portfolio, scanner, and any page that displays a market data line for an instrument. To view quote details from a watch list, tap an instrument data line, then tap again to view the full quote details screen. At the very top of the screen, you'll see the financial instrument displayed. Use the up and down arrows to scroll through the instruments on your watch list. Watch what happens when I tap the down arrow. You'll see that I am now viewing the next instrument on my watch list. Below the financial instrument, you'll see several quick links. Tap plus to add an instrument to your watch list. Next, you'll see that you can trade the instrument via the wheel. The wheel displays order details in the large center pane, with price selections to the left and size selections to the right. The wheel can only be viewed in landscape mode. We'll take a look at the functionality of the wheel in more detail in a following lesson. Back at the top of the quote details screen, you can also trade the instrument using Book, which will bring up the BookTrader tool. BookTrader tool allows you to rapidly enter orders from a deep book window. You can use BookTrader to view a price ladder and to quickly submit buy-sell orders, or create more complex buy-sell orders with profit taker, stop loss, and bracket components. We'll take a look at BookTrader in more detail in a following lesson. Tap Options to view option chains for equities and futures that support options, including index options. You can view chains by expiry. Note that the calls are on the left, strike down the center, and puts on the right. Tap a row to add it to your watch list, create an order, and even open the strategy builder by using the slider to create complex and multi-leg strategies. Next to options is spreads. This will open up a new spread template tool. Tap the arrow to set up a calendar, vertical, or diagonal spread. Below the quick links is the name of the financial instrument, exchange, and last traded price. Change value and change percentage are shown in either red or green based on directional movement. Today's high and low are to the right, with bid and ask information directly below. You'll see a chart in the center of the screen. You can easily switch to another time period by tapping the Time Period button. Tap the setting gear icon to modify all the chart settings, including bar type and size, time period, and more. Tap the Market Data row or arrow below the chart to expand and view the open, close, 52-week high, 52-week low, volume, implied and historical volatility, EPS, P&E, dividends, and dividend yield. If you have a position for this instrument, you will see a position section right below. To view your position in the instrument, tap the arrow on the right. Here you'll see the P&L, whether you're long or short, along with the market value average price, cost basis, realized and unrealized P&L. Tap Close Position to close all or a portion of your position. Below the position information, you can also access Ask iBot. iBot uses natural language processing and voice recognition, which means you just speak your command and you're done. With iBot, you can retrieve more information such as upcoming dividend dates, corporate earnings, economic events, and more. Below the Ask iBot section, you can view the latest news and research and reports. Click on a link to read the article or report. Lastly, tap the blue ball with the arrows to view the sell or buy buttons. To create an order using the order ticket. If you are logged in using read-only mode, you will be asked to complete the login process. We'll walk through all the order parameters in a following lesson. To go back to the watch list, portfolio, or scanner, simply tap the arrow on the top left, or you can swipe right to see a full menu open. As you can see, Quote Details screen is packed with a lot of information, and it's designed with quick access in mind. You can view a thumbnail chart on an expanded quote line from the watch list, portfolio, or scanner screens. When you tap the quote line, you'll see the Quote Details screen display. This is where you view the full chart in either portrait or landscape mode. Turn your device on its side to view the chart in landscape mode. Tap the time period on the top of the chart to change the time period. You can tap from 2 hours to 5 years. Once you change the time period, all subsequent financial instruments will display this time. Prices are on the y-axis and date and time on the x-axis. The date and time will change based on the time period of the chart. If you tap and hold on the chart, you will see a data point with crosshairs on the chart showing the price and date at the top. If you have added studies, you will see a snapshot of the study information as well. By swiping to the right of the chart, you can see more data going back in time, and the date and time on the x-axis will update accordingly. Tap the settings gear icon to modify all chart settings, including bar type and size, time period, outside RTH trades, volume chart, annotations, and indicators. Use the green slider to toggle these settings. Notice if I change the bar type to candlesticks at the top, time period to 1 year, and turn on the volume chart, you will see it immediately in the chart. These settings are applied to all charts. Within IBKR Mobile, to add studies to your chart, tap plus, add indicator. You can view studies by groups or in sorted order. When you choose sorted, a text box will appear so that you can search for a study. Let's tap groups. If I tap Momentum Studies and scroll up, I can see a full list of studies based on this type. For this example, I'll select Relative Strength. Indicator section now displays a list of items that may be adjusted. For example, Source, Trades or Midpoint, and Period. You can enter a new time frame or use the plus and minus icons to increase or decrease the range. Click on the arrow icon to choose from a list of periods. The chart updates automatically as you make the changes. At the bottom, you can tap the trash can icon to remove the indicator or tap plus Add Indicator to add another study. In the next example, I'll select Moving Averages. Once again, swipe up to see the different studies for this type. I'll choose Bollinger Bands. Now you will see Bollinger Bands in the Indicator section. Bollinger Bands has defaulted to a source of trades, extended moving average with a period of 20 and a deviation of 2. I can change any of these inputs simply by tapping on the word or arrow, Trades and Midpoint, Base Average, Period, and Standard Deviation. You'll see a short explanation of the study below the inputs, and you can choose to remove or add another indicator at the bottom. When you're finished adding indicators, tap anywhere outside of the studies area. Now you will see the studies display in the chart, and you can easily change the time periods at the top of the chart, and the studies will automatically adjust. If you want to turn off a study temporarily, tap the settings gear again, and then just tap the checkbox to uncheck. To turn off all studies, use the slider next to indicators and slide left.